and I would like to welcome you to the technical review of the 2017 Mercedes-AMG S63 4MATIC Cabriolet Edition 130, and that was a mouthful. The Edition 130 is a special limited production vehicle that was created to celebrate Carl Benz's first commercial production vehicle 130 years ago. It's finished in AMG's Alubeam silver paint, and in the interior you're getting smooth Napa leather that is Bengal red. So today, let's cover the exterior and interior details of this magnificent vehicle and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. The S Cabriolet provides you those same sleek, long, sexy lines that you find in the S Coupe. But don't get me wrong, Mercedes-Benz did a lot more work than just chopping off the roof and then calling it a new car. The underbody of the S Cabriolet has been completely re-engineered. Now you're probably wondering, Ben, how's it been re-engineered? Well, let me explain. The S Cabriolet uses two aluminum longitudinal rails that have been cast by a die using a sand core. These aluminum rails replace the steel ones found in the S Coupe. The rear floor panel is also now aluminum, and then the S Cabriolet also uses a bulkhead that's composed of aluminum and magnesium. Now all these factors in combination provide you with a body shell that weighs the exact same as the fixed-roofed coupe. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, the AMG S63 Cabriolet features a 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, which is able to split the torque from 33% up front and 67% in the rear. This is going to provide the ideal power delivery. Now, since it's an AMG model, you also get an AMG Adaptive Sport suspension, which provides additional camber up front and a stiffer rear subframe. Let's talk about the wheel, tire, and brake setup of the S63 Cabriolet. Your wheels are going to be AMG twin 5-spoke alloy wheels that are 20 inches in diameter. They're going to be wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sports that are 255 up front, but 285 in the back. Your brake rotors up front are 15.4 inches in diameter. They're cross-drilled, ventilated, and slotted, and grasped by 6-piston fixed-type calipers. In the rear, your brake rotors will be 14.2 inches in diameter and grasped by a single-piston floating caliper. Now, something really special about the Edition 130 is that it comes standard with these Swarovski crystals in the headlamps. You're getting 17 crystals for the daytime running lamps, and then a total of 30 crystals for the turning signals in each headlamp. Now, the S63 also comes standard with adaptive high beam assist, which can vary the range of your high beam so you don't blind drivers in oncoming traffic and drivers ahead of you. Now let's go take a look at the tail lamps. The rear of the S Coupe features nice and wide wraparound LED tail lamps that are integrated into the trunk lid. Now, since these tail lamps are LEDs, that means they're going to illuminate quicker than the standard incandescent bulb, giving the driver behind you more time to react under heavy braking. Now let me show you a quick trick with the trunk. I'm going to open the trunk, and notice I have the top raised right now. So when the top is raised, you're able to press this button, which moves the storage compartment for the top forward, and this is going to give you more storage in the trunk when the top is raised. To put it back, simply press this button, and there you go. Now if I want to close the trunk, I can just simply press this button, and it's power operated. As I'm sure you noticed, this is a convertible, so I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how the soft top operation works. It's pretty neat watching all this happen. As you can see, you're getting a red soft top to match the Bengal red leather interior. It's a 3-layer acoustic soft top, and it's pretty quiet when you're driving and the top is raised. There you go, just that quick, and I'm going to go ahead and lower it. Now, soft top operation can be done up to speeds of 37 miles per hour and takes just roughly 20 seconds for it to lower and raise when driving or standing still. And the interior of the soft top is lined with Dynamica, which is similar to Alcantara. When the top is lowered on the S-Cab, that means you can take advantage of the Mercedes-Benz air cap technology, and that involves a speed variable airfoil, which is able to channel air over the cabin, over the occupants. Now, it also incorporates the use of this wind deflector here. Let me explain to you how this works. Have you ever seen somebody driving in a convertible and the hair is blowing from the back to the front? That's because there's high pressure air outside the car, and inside the cabin you have low pressure air. Now, when those two different air pressures combine, it's going to result in a turbulent flow. Now, that air will channel over here and try and come back into the cabin. The purpose of this wind deflector is to block that turbulent flow. Now, when you block that turbulent flow, that means it's a lot quieter in the cabin when the top is down. You can talk on the phone when the top is down, and you don't have to blast your music as loudly just to hear it when the top is down. It spares you from getting beaten up by the wind during long drives with the top down. A feature that's easy to overlook on the S-Class Cabriolet are the double-pane windows. The double-pane windows serve as sound deadening and keep the cabin exceptionally quiet when the roof is raised. They also have a second function. Double-pane windows hinder heat transfer, which means on exceptionally cold days, it's able to keep the heat inside the car. Now, on the flip side of that, when it's really hot, it's able to keep the heat outside the car while keeping the cabin cool. Under the hood of the S63, you're going to find a 5.5-liter bi-turbo V8 producing 577 horsepower at 5,500 RPM. Now, it also produces 664 pound-feet of torque at 2,250 RPM to 3,750 RPM. It's connected to an AMG SpeedShift MCT transmission, MCT meaning multi-clutch technology. Now, that multi-clutch technology uses a wet startup clutch and ditches the need for a torque converter, increasing overall performance. 0 to 60 comes in around 3.8 seconds. Now, as you would expect, this handcrafted motor is connected to an AMG Sport exhaust system. This Sport exhaust system contains flaps that open and close based on throttle load. Let's hear how it sounds from the 4 polished chrome exhaust tips. Now that we've briefly covered some of the motor's features, let's close the hood and take a look at the interior, and trust me, you're gonna love it. Now the interior of the S63 Cabriolet Edition 130 has an amazing display of soft, supple Napa Bengal red leather and carbon fiber trim everywhere you see. There's black stitching, red stitching, just excellent high quality craftsmanship throughout. So let's start with the top of the dash and work our way through. So at the top of the dash, you have 2 large 12.3-inch display screens here. Coming further down, again, that Bengal red leather with Bengal red stitching, 4 metal-like air conditioning vents, and coming further down, you have controls for your air conditioning as well. You have a plaque here that says Edition 130, 1 of 130, 2 cup holders, and then here are your general controls for your infotainment system. This button is for your seat massagers, navigation, radio, hazards, media, telephone, and general vehicle settings. Over here, you have a button that's labeled CSM. C is for your controlled efficiency mode, when you want to use the vehicle's eco start-stop function. S cuts shift times down by 30%, and M lets you use the vehicle's transmission to obtain shift times within 100 milliseconds. This button here is for sport and comfort mode. Now coming over to the other side, you have volume controls, and then your eco start-stop function here, and then a trackpad to control the general infotainment system as well. Further back in the console, you have this panel here that lifts up, and you have controls for your top and air cap system, and there are also 2 USB ports here. Now, one cool thing about this compartment is that you can open it from either side. Check this out. So the driver can open it, or the passenger can open it. And then you have this nice embossed Al-Fatah logo on the leather here. Let's quickly talk about the vehicle settings menu. So I'll go into vehicle settings. Car rolls up, that's a pretty nice touch. You have settings for your belt adjustment, automatic mirror folding, locator lighting, automatic lighting, interior lighting, exterior lighting, ambient light color. And ambient light color allows you to choose between all these colors here, and it emits a nice soft light in the interior in low light conditions. Coming further out, let's exit this menu here. Go to seat settings, and then you have general controls for massaging, which is nice, up to 6 different massages for the driver or passenger, as you can see here. Coming back out, dynamic multi-contour seating adjustment settings, seat heating, and the list just goes on. So there are a ton of different adjustments here that you can use for this menu. Now the 12.3-inch display screen to the left behind the steering wheel displays information such as your speed, RPM level, oil temperature, mileage, and etc. Your typical information you would find in the driver's instrument cluster. Let me talk to you a little bit about the steering wheel. The steering wheel is real high quality in this car. It's nice and thick, which gives you a great sense of grip while driving. You have smooth leather on the top and bottom. You have your metallicized buttons here in the middle, and then your traditional Mercedes-Benz symbol. And then you have a nice little AMG logo that says Edition 130 to remind the driver this is 1 of 130. Now behind the steering wheel, you're going to find 2 thick aluminum paddles. The left is for downshifting, and the right is for upshifting. The seats of this particular S-Cab are just amazing. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Again, since this is the Edition 130, you're going to get the soft, supple, smooth designer Napa leather seats in Bengal red. And then just look at the stitching here. And of course, these seats are heated, ventilated, 12-way adjustable, and to drive on cooler days with the top down, you also get air scarf here. I mean, these seats are just breathtaking. I wish they made like a line of office chairs like this. I would buy one. Mercedes-Benz, are you listening? In the back, you're going to find the same high-quality finishes you'll find in the front. Carbon fiber everywhere, nice stitching, heated seats, diamond-stitched Bengal red leather seats in the back here, and they're actually quite comfortable. In the center console here, you have storage, a nice aluminum-finished Burmester speaker. Pull this down, and you have storage here as well, along with 2 cup holders. So the luxury features of the front also carry to the back. This car is just done to the max, 100% all the way throughout. I just love this car. Let's focus on the door panel here. Again, high quality, Napa leather on the top with red contrast stitching, Bengal red leather inserts, and then they hit you with this nice carbon fiber trim here. Now your seats are 12-way adjustable. You have controls for your ventilation, which is 3 levels, heating, which is 3 levels, air scarf, and then a rapid heating function that you can use on days that are particularly cold. Coming further down, you have an aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock buttons, controls for all 4 windows, and your power side view mirrors. Then you have storage on the bottom here, and then a nice Burmester speaker system. That looks really nice how they finished it in aluminum as well. So in the end, what do we have here? This car is just absolutely beautiful in every way, shape, and form. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous from any angle you look at it. Think of the S-Class Cabriolet as a luxury yacht for the road. Now think of the Edition 130 as an Armani suit of cars. Bentley Motors, if you weren't paying attention, shots have been fired at that Bentley Continental GT and GTC convertible. I would like to give a special thanks to Atlanta Classic Cars for allowing me to come over and conduct this technical review on this all-new